I'm so excited and honored to be talking to Marione Ingram, who is a Holocaust survivor, civil rights activist, and author of the books The Hands of War, A Tale of Endurance and Hope from a Survivor of the Holocaust, as well as the book The Hands of Peace, A Holocaust Survivor's Fight for Civil Rights in the American South. And she has been protesting outside the White House calling for a ceasefire for months. So welcome, Marione.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Look forward to our talking together.
Yes. Tell us, please, about what you've been doing over the course of the past few months, what you've been demanding from Biden, and why you're making that demand.
I'm a Holocaust survivor. I've survived the war. I am lucky, so lucky that I survived. And because I'm lucky, I owe it first of all to my grandmother, the last person of my family to be killed. And that happened the night before I turned 6 years of age. My father said to me after the war that I have to be the voice of all of the people who have died. They no longer have the voice. I didn't find it very helpful, and in fact didn't like my father very much, and went through a period of absolutely hating him for putting that on my 10-year. I can tell you I'm immensely grateful that my father's direction put me on the right path. And one of the things he said, and this was after the war, when I was verbally harassed by teachers and students in school in Hamburg, that I have to learn to stand up for myself so I could stand up for others. I'm distressed that our administration is helping the Israeli government to slaughter thousands upon thousands upon thousands of human beings, more than 15,000 children dead, 17,000 missing limbs. If I were just a bit younger, if I were 15, 20 years younger, I would go to Gaza. I would, try to physically help, but I'm too old. I'm 88. There is no possible way that I can be helpful. I would be more of a burden than anything else. So I've been going to the White House with a sign that says, survivor, says, peace, not war, in our name. And I've had that sign now for nearly 7 months. We started going to the White House, Daniel and I, my husband, every single afternoon, with very rare exceptions. We have also grown in size since Easter Sunday. We've been joined by others. And so yesterday, for instance, I had organized a vigil for the mothers of Gaza. And the past Saturday, a vigil for the children of Gaza. I am repeating my childhood every time I see or hear what's happening in Gaza. My childhood was that of running through bombs and fire, an entire country that wanted me dead and was intent on killing me. And I see that repeated. And the unfortunate thing about that is that this, it's not something we have these lovely slogans, never again, but never again has never, ever been anything but again and again and again and again. Daniel asked me this morning, how many places are there still left where people live in peace? No idea, because almost everywhere you look, there's war, and many of them with weapons that our tax dollars supply. And so that I am extremely upset and angry and unhappy that we are witnessing in glorious technicolor a war playing out even more graphically than the war we witnessed in Vietnam or Afghanistan. It is something that you cannot turn away from. We are deliberately starving human beings. That's what the Nazis did to the people they didn't like, that they hated. They did that to Jews. They did that to minorities of all descriptions, physical, mental. So it's that we repeat this, that Jews of all people are responsible, and our wholehearted support from our government is, to me, outrageous. It is, to me, a total abnegation of moral responsibility we owe to other human beings. I am 88 years old. I have been an activist all of my life. And I will continue to do this, and I will continue to hope that somehow this can make a difference. I'm elated that students are rising up and trying to force the institutions of learning to divest from armaments. We are on the threat of blowing ourselves up. We are going to have the possibility of going down nuclear wars because so many unstable leaders in so many countries have the power to blow us all to smithereens. There are wars in Sudan, in Myanmar, in Yemen. We supply the weapons to almost everywhere. Haiti is awash in our guns. Mexico is awash in our guns. Our politicians are, for the most part, corrupt. Even politicians whom we admired have disappointed. Right. And that is Bernie Sanders waited 5 months before he even acknowledged that there was a problem. And so Obama is being quiet. So all the people that whom we admire are letting us down. So it leaves it up to the young people, as it did in the 60s. Leave it to young people to bring a nation to its senses.